Hello, Gemini. As a fellow air sign, I was disappointed when it turned out it seemed like I didn't connect with you guys throughout the last reading. I got some like negative responses, thumbs down, and that kind of stuff. I felt like it was a great reading. And then I did the mid-month, and it was almost the same exact message. So some Geminis needed to hear it, and I know I was right for some Gemini. So hopefully I prayed super hard and tried to get a message for all Geminis. But basically the message was for you guys to be more vulnerable, to really look at your feelings. Like you may not come off as vulnerable to others, sharing yourself with others, because you might not even address the feelings within yourself. Like you might even ignore those feelings within yourself, cover it up with a joke. But the message was to really look at your pain, look at your feelings, and share them with others without making a joke about it. So let's see if it comes up again. But I knew on some level I was right, so I apologize if it did not resonate, but the messages repeated themselves, so they can't be all that bad. Spirit, 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 thank you. What are the love messages for Gemini and all of those who love Gemini? What are the love messages for Gemini and all of those who love Gemini? Thank you, Spirit. Thank you. What are the messages for Gemini and all of those who love Gemini? What are the money messages for Gemini and all of those who love Gemini? What can you tell us about money, career, and health for Gemini and all of those who love Gemini? Thank you, Spirit. Thank you. What are the messages for Gemini and all of those who love Gemini? In money, career, and health. Thank you, Spirit. What can you tell us about money, career, and health for Gemini and all of those who love Gemini? One last shuffle. Spirit, angels, angels, angels. What are the messages for Gemini and all of those who love Gemini? Angels, what is the overall, no, keep going. What is the overall spiritual message for Gemini and all of those who love Gemini? Thank you, angels, thank you. For Gemini and all those who love Gemini, for Gemini and all those who love Gemini, thank you. Thank you, angels, thank you. Spirit, please surround us with the warm, white, loving light of God. Please protect us from all who seek to do us harm. Please give us God-given guidance for the highest good of all. For Gemini and all of those who love Gemini in the month of October 2017. Spirit, thank you, thank you, thank you. What are the messages for Gemini and all those who love Gemini? It's so funny. I just did Aquarius, and they're like a slower energy. Like they like me to take my time, and I'm feeling you like me to speed it up. Let's get it over with. Joy, that's good. Coldness and flexibility. Joy, pain, sunshine, rain. Thank you, Spirit. What are the messages for Gemini and all those who love Gemini? Spirit, what are the messages for Gemini and all those who love Gemini? Spirit, what can you tell us? Please surround us with your warm, white, loving light of God. Please give us God-given guidance for the highest good of all for Gemini and all those who love Gemini. Ooh, I like it. Spirit, what are the messages for Gemini and all those who love Gemini? One last one. Spirit, thank you, thank you, thank you. What are the messages for Gemini and all those I love Gemini. One more. Okay, you know how I said I was talking about impatience? I feel like that's just your energy overall usually. Because you're mercurial, you have a fast-moving energy. You know, you're ruled by Mercury, so it's like quick, of the mind type of stuff. I don't like this glare. Can we pull this up and not get a glare? Yeah. So, cool. But then we have all this space down here. Oh well. Okay. So I'm seeing good things. I'm seeing that you recently moved, or you updated your house, or you're feeling really happy within your home situation. You're feeling really happy. You might have just been to a wedding. You might have just had a celebration of some sort. I mean, your birthday was in June, so that's not that long ago. But Four of Staves in this case. Four of Staves is, excuse me, a card about foundations. In the traditional Rider-Waite deck, it talks about, it shows a group of girls who are putting cloth over tent poles. So they're setting up a tent over these 4 posts that they set up. So it's firm foundations, it's building homes, celebrating weddings, but it's a happy home card. It's a very good card, and it's paired with joy, and that's awesome. Next we have Temperance reversed, and Temperance is, it can represent a Sagittarius in your life. I'm sorry, I'm slowing down because I have this hangnail that's kind of driving me crazy. Hold on. Sorry. Thank you for your patience, or lack thereof, because reverse Temperance can mean impatience. It can mean when Temperance is upright, it shows an angel who has 1 foot on land, 1 foot on the water. She's pouring water from one cup to the other, and it can speak about recipes, you know, like a little bit of this, a little bit of that. Put it in the oven, wait for 15 minutes, and see if it is fully baked. If it's not fully baked, you have to wait 5 more minutes to let it to let it, you know, cook fully. So it's a very patient card whenever it's upright. And it can talk about having turbulent waters under here, but looking like a swan on top. So the swan is paddling underneath, like quickly, trying to hurry over this water. And underneath the water, it looks like frantic, you know. It's, is it fin? It's not fins. Webbed feet. Its feet are flapping back and forth. But on top of the water, it looks so graceful and beautiful. So whenever it's reversed, it can mean like that erratic behavior is showing on the surface, and so it's kind of jumbled and impatient and sporadic and kind of hectic and chaotic, and it's definitely not keeping you cool. And there could be some coldness surrounding that, or you could be coming off to others as cold because of this impatience, which is not unlike Gemini at all. Love you guys, but that makes a lot of sense. So next we have flexibility with the 5 of Cups reversed, and that is awesome. It's saying that even with all the losses, you are looking at the silver lining and you are remaining flexible in the outcome, which is a very mutable characteristic. Sagittarians are mutable signs too. So cardinal signs are direct, they initiate, they have a target and they aim for it. Fixed signs are stuck in their ways, they're not moving, aren't going anywhere. But mutable signs, Gemini, Sagittarius, Virgo, and Pisces, they can go either way. They shape shift, they change their mind. So you may be frantic on the surface and impatient to others, but overall you are flexible and taking setbacks, like making the best of setbacks, which is awesome. Or perhaps you're moving out of these chaotic waters into just kind of riding the waves, which is great. Let's see what your spiritual message says. Aquarius got this too. I swear that I shuffled the cards. The angel Isaiah says, it's a good time to give birth to new ideas and situations in your life. I am watching over you, guiding you, and protecting you during these times, during these changes. So again, like I said, you could be moving house, which is always chaotic. That's what I saw with this Four of Wands. It's a good move. It's a happy move, but moving is always crazy. Situating your life is always crazy. If you're updating your home, it always takes time to get used to the changes. The changes don't always go your way. You might have mold, up on the ceiling. It might cost you more than you thought, but maybe you end up getting a skylight instead, So let's see what Isaiah has to say. Isaiah says, you are ripe with new possibilities and you feel an urgency to push into new territory. Beloved one, your new and exciting life changes are inevitable. There is no turning back. Instead of playing it safe, you decided to move forward. That is why I am with you right now, giving you the extra courage and comfort that you need. However, there is no need to rush. This is the time of incubation where nature can allow everything to grow in its innate rhythm. Be assured that your life change will hatch at just the right moment. In the meantime, know that God and the angels are watching over you. You are safe and very loved. Congratulations on the birth of this new period of your life. So, like it says, it's taking time to incubate. So, what did it say? Allow everything to grow in its innate rhythms. No need to rush. So you might feel some impatience, but just know that sometimes it has to bake. Sometimes you have to wait for that cake. Yeah, I really like that message. So have more patience. I think that might be a theme, quite possibly exclusively to air. But it was a theme for Aquarians, and it's definitely a theme in my life. And I think intuitively you know this, and you're just trying to regain some sort of balance, some sort of routine. I feel like this is for you. Ooh, I like that. I like it. Oh, that one too. Aw, beautiful. Okay, so, some of you may be experiencing pregnancy. I see a pregnant woman here, but not all of you. I don't see a strong message of children here, but we'll continue reading and see what is up. So, we start with the Seven of Cups, and the Seven of Cups upright, it talks about a lot of options. It can talk about daydreaming. In this particular deck, it's like, in the Rider-Waite deck, I have a different meaning for it, but in this particular deck, it's definitely like illusions, and not everything is real, and you have all these options. You don't know what to choose, because a lot of them look good, some of them look scary, some of them are too mysterious to even consider what the outcome would be. But when it's reversed, it's like you're narrowing down your options. You have picked the place you want to live. You have picked the partner you want to be with. You have picked the job you want to go to. And you don't have all these scary thoughts surrounding that. And that's brought you a lot of joy, a lot of emotional stability. So happy for you, Gemini, if you're resonating with this. But basically, you narrow down your options. You're ready to go into new frontiers. The Fool is a new start, a new beginning. He is on the edge of a cliff with his best friend, his dog, and he has a bag over his shoulder. So he has a little bit of baggage, but not like his whole house. And you might have gotten rid of a lot of stuff throughout this move. And so it's making you feel lighter and like you do have a new start. And he is holding a key up to the sky, and we see that there's no door, but maybe he's opening a door that is unseen. So opening something he has to believe is a door that will carry him through, you know, that he won't fall off the cliff. So the Fool is about having faith in something and taking your friends with you, leaving the baggage behind, and taking a leap of faith, moving forward. Next we have the Queen of Chalices. So you could be dealing with a Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio. This is such a sweet card. In this deck, it's like this angelic woman. You could be having a lot of angelic activity around you because we do have, excuse me, sorry. Because we do have, let me readjust this. Ooh. We have the Temperance card, and she's an angel. And then we have an angel right here. So you could be dealing, like, guardian angels could be by your side during these changes. You could be noticing a lot of divine intervention, a lot of luck, like seemingly just pop out of nowhere, a lot of like the kindness of strangers, that kind of thing. You might also be reconciling with someone, you know, on your knees, begging for forgiveness, or someone might be coming to you to ask for forgiveness. This is a very, like, she just, like, envelops you in love, you know, so it's like, whatever problems we had behind it, you know, in the past, let's make a new start. Let's leave all our baggage in the past, and let's just love each other with divine faith. Beautiful. I love it. I love it. So now, let's get to money messages. One last thing I want to say, you might be in conversation with your angels where you might not have before. You might not have believed them. You might not have really connected with them, but you might be really praying right now, like on your knees praying to angels, saying like, please help me through this, please get me through this. And so you might be surrendering more to a higher power, which is beautiful. And because this is like the spiritual message, you might be just communicating with spirit beings more than you had originally. So your message for your health and your money and your career is the Wizard of Awareness reversed. And in the map of the Oracle, I like to, or the Enchanted map, Oracle cards, I like to read the whole thing, the upright and the reversed, so that you get the whole feel for it. The Wizard of Awareness says, your soul knows best. Be still and observe. Mindfulness is about being observant and remaining neutral about what goes on in the world around you. This applies to the environment within you too. If you struggle inside yourself, stepping into an observer position gives you a new powerful perspective that neutralizes any discomfort or overexcitement. Geminis get overexcited a lot. You have the capacity to see things clearly now, unencumbered by opinion or desire. Wearing the world as a loose garment requires you to adopt a sense that nothing that happens to you is personal. People come and go, experiences evolve from one state to another in a continual shifting and change, no matter how much you want things to stay the same. So there's definitely a move or a change. The Wizard of Awareness asks you to give up your need to define or limit what you're experiencing now. It's all good. Let it be, and watch the miracle unfold without any direct influence from you. I'm feeling a little bit rushed. I feel like your energy is rushed. It's this impatience. So in your career and your health, there is an impatience. Let's see what the Wizard of Awareness says reversed. The Wizard of Awareness comes to you in this position to warn you that too much force behind a desire for a specific outcome robs you of a true and full experience. Exactly. Don't rush it. Don't be impatient. Let the experience happen to you. I love tarot. Step back, take your energy away from your situation, and focus on gratitude for the ever-changing conditions of your life. Are you perhaps trying to control the outcome of something because you don't trust in your highest good? Meditate, be still, and your answer will come without any effort on your part. Be a neutral observer, and you'll see how this moment is but a small marker on the map of your life's journey. So it's just like one little puzzle piece in the bigger picture. And really like slow down, savor the moments in your work and career. Quite possibly health too. You might want to slow down for health reasons. Spirit, 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 please surround us with the warm, white, loving light of God. Please provide us God-given guidance for the highest good of all. Spirit, what are the money messages for Gemini and all those who love Gemini? What are the messages in career, health, and money for Gemini and all those who love Gemini? I feel like particularly rushed in this money portion. Maybe you guys are like, you feel like you need money fast. You might be getting it through a court order. Might be in like a lawsuit to get money. You may be you know, going through a divorce and waiting on alimony or something. Child support. Ooh, I like this. One more. Thank you. Could you give us further clarification on the Temperance reversed, coldness, and the Wizard of Awareness? Thank you, Spirit. Thank you for Gemini and all those who love Gemini. One more shuffle, they say. Okay. You could be dealing with a Libra. We have the Justice here. But in any case, this could, again, have something to do with a legal battle, which is not always easy to be patient about. Might have something to do with the laws. Maybe you are, you know, being impatient with the state of government right now. Justice in its upright is a good card. I'm a Libra. I like it. This card ruled by Libra. And Justice upright, it's about, I mean, on a lower level, yes, court cases and all that stuff. But it's also about karmic justice. So if you know, learned all your lessons, then you will be rewarded. If you went about things the right way, then you will get karmic justice. So if, let's say, you worked for all these jobs that you put in all this overtime and you never got paid properly, then the universe has a way of turning its wheel so that you will get what you deserve. You will get that money in return in some other way. Especially, we have the Seven of Pentacles here, and the Seven of Pentacles is about reaping what you sow. We see in the foreground a woman who is letting a bird fly, and she's letting her bird fly because it's this carrier pigeon, and she knows that she can send the message out into the world, her message will be received, and the pigeon will come back, and her answer will come back. But she has to release, she has to let go. In the background, we see men tilling or reaping, I don't know. But they are raking the ground for their crops. So you plant the seeds, you wait for the harvest. Seven of Pentacles is about waiting for that harvest. It's about already planting seeds and waiting for things to come back to you, waiting for a return on your investment, waiting for things to gestate, not unlike what Isaiah was saying, not unlike having patience. So you've put in the work, you've planted your seeds. This just goes to say, again, that this is a time of waiting. This is a time of having trust and patience and faith that you will get a return on those investments, that things will come back to you. Like, maybe even, you know, if you have been, like, writing a book and you have gone through all your drafts and you feel like, oh my God, I'm ready to get done with this book. Like, I feel like it's over. Or maybe you've, like, sent it out to all these publishers and I've gotten all these rejection letters. And it's like, oh my God, when is this book going to get published? Or, you know, maybe they have sent back a lot of editing notes that you've had to work through. In any case, there's a sense of impatience and a sense of, when is this going to get complete? But you have to have faith that you've planted enough seeds, that you've done the work, that you've put in the work. If you are looking for a job and you're like, oh my God, I applied to all these places, no one is calling me back, no one is asking for interviews, when is it going to happen? You know, maybe they're just going through the resumes and narrowing it down. Maybe there's stuff behind the scenes that you aren't privy to, but there's a whole lot of growth here. There's roses growing up all over this building. So again, seeds are planted. It's going to happen. It's going to come. Next we have the Four of Pentacles reversed. And in this deck, it shows a woman who is too big for this door. And she's thinking, how do I get through this? When I look at this, it's a different meaning from the traditional Four of Pentacles, which I'll get to. But when I look at this one, it makes me think like someone who is too big for this position and trying to make something work that they're not worthy of. Like trying to fit a square peg in a round hole. And it's like someone who deserves a square hole, you know? But they're trying to fit themselves into a round hole. Like, she's too big to go through this door. She needs to find a bigger door because she's just, like, this door is too small for her. This door is not worthy of her. So when it's reversed, I'm feeling like you know your worth now. And maybe that's what's making you impatient. Like, I'm better than this. Why isn't this coming quicker? The Four of Pentacles in the traditional Rider-Waite deck is a man holding on to his money, and it's the stingy butt card, and upside down it's someone being frivolous with their money. So, because this is the money portion of the reading, and because Geminis tend to be very generous and frivolous, I would suggest that you really be careful about your spending, especially since you, some of you have just moved. And now on to the love portion. Everyone loves love. We have, you are limitless. Great reading, Gemini. You're on fire. I think making room for these changes is opening up more possibilities where you were otherwise limited before. That's awesome. Okay, you are limitless says, recognize this truth. You can do anything you choose to do. At times, we are too close to a situation and can only see things from one perspective. There is a multitude of possible outcomes to this situation. Take a broader outlook. Release the need to control what is happening and allow your inner knowing to assist you. Things always work out as they should. Oh. Spirit, 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 thank you. Please surround us with the warm, white, loving light of God. Oh, sorry. Like, with gel manicures, sometimes if I am running my fingers through my hair, like the underside of the gel, whenever it's at the end, you know, whenever it's starting to peel, it catches my hair. I end up having hairy nails. Gemini! Thank you, Spirit. What are the messages for Gemini and all those who love Gemini? What are the love messages? What clarity can you give us for flexibility, 5 of Cups reversed, and you are limitless? Please surround us with the warm, white, loving light of God. Please give us God-given guidance for the highest good of all. What are the love messages for Gemini and all those who love Gemini? What further clarification can you give us for flexibility and the 5 of Cups reversed? Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you. The Devil reversed. I like it. And the 3 of Swords reversed. I love it. Guys, you guys got a good reading. I'm loving it. You could be dealing with a Capricorn. You could be dealing with a Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. But what I see right now, when the Devil's reversed, this is like the best. Because the Devil upright, no one likes the Devil. I don't like the Devil. I don't like his stupid ass. He is a bully that preys on your vulnerabilities and your fears, and he gets inside your head and he tells you, you know, you're never gonna fall in love, no one ever wants you, you know, you're too frigid, you're too talkative, too mean, whatever the case may be. He just gets inside your head and he is a butthole. Whenever it's reversed, it's like you're saying, you can go back to hell where you came from. I'm not going to listen to you. I know that you lie, and I am worth more than what you say I'm worth. So I love that. Especially paired with the moon. You may have been facing some challenges recently in your love life. You may have been experiencing some doubt and some fear and having some depression. The moon is a card about, I mean, the moon is very romantic too. But it's like tragic romance sometimes, because in the moonlight, the moon is a reflection of the sun, but the sun is so much brighter, so the moon's glow only enables us to see a small fraction of what is real, or a small fraction of what is, and it often distorts what we see. So if we see a shadow of a lizard in a particular part of the moonlight, a lizard can look like a dragon, you know, a lizard can look like a monster. So sometimes the moon plays tricks on us, the shadows play tricks on us, and our fears are not as severe as what we think they are. So when you're dealing with the moonlight, moonlight's so dreamy, you know. Moon's so dreamy, it's romantic, but it's also, you know, the thing that leads Romeo and Juliet to kill themselves. It's secrecy, it's mystique, you know, and with mystique, you really have to go inside yourself and use your intuition to piece together what is a lizard and what is a monster, you know, what is a boogeyman and what is a, you know, house noise. And because I see this slant, I feel like maybe you're getting adjusted to your house. We also have a pregnant woman here, and I mentioned the pregnant woman in the Isaiah card. And the moon in this particular deck is like very feminine. The moon, the tides, gestation, culmination, harvesting, you know, things in your belly. So some of you might be dealing with pregnancy, but I see this more as like really going within yourself and discerning what self-talk you have been telling yourself that is real and for your highest good, and what is useless and does not serve you. That's awesome. And the Five of Cups upright is crying over spilled milk. It's, I don't think it's necessarily a bad card. A lot of people see it as a bad card. I think sometimes we do need to address the pain within us, but sometimes, you know, we can stay in that energy for too long and it can be this sulky energy. But whenever it's reversed, it's like you realize that those disappointments actually lead to better things. Like, kind of like rejection is God's protection type of thing. And the Three of Swords reversed is not unlike the Devil reversed. The Three of Swords reversed is about getting over heartbreak. It's about swords falling out of your heart. In the traditional Rider-Waite deck, it's 3 swords piercing a heart. And whenever it's reversed, it's like the swords are falling out of your heart. In this deck, it's a bitter old hag who is poking pins in a voodoo doll because she doesn't want anyone to be happy because she's been hurt over and over. But when it's reversed, it's like going through forgiveness and not holding things over everyone, not holding grudges, just taking advantage of new opportunities and a brand new day, you know, a brand new start. No need to hold the past over anyone. So that's awesome, Gemini. That's great. I'm so happy for you. So let me piece together these last messages. The Seven of Cups is a lot like the Moon. Seven of Cups, like I said, anything can be in those cups, and so you use your imagination to, you know, put jewels into one cup, put a dragon into another cup, and it's a lot like the Moon, where your imagination can run wild. Is that shadow a boogeyman? And you might have had really vivid dreams lately. You may have had really vivid dreams that are going to put you, they're kind of prophetic, and they're helping you in your karmic justice. They're helping you work through your karma, but in a really positive way. Like, and like I said, you may be dealing with a lot of angels right now, experiencing a lot of divine intervention stuff, like miracles you can't really explain. And so if you are experiencing communication in your dreams from the other side, then it's a way to encourage you and put you on a path that is for your highest good. I love it. I love it. I love it. I just get a big sense of freedom. You know, the Devil is about bondage and like being chained to something you can't break free of. Addictions, jobs you're unhappy with, relationships you're not happy with, some sort of contractual obligation. Because the Devil works in like guilt and fear. So if you are contractually obligated to finish out a job that you hate, it's like, oh, I can't break this contract, I'm chained to it. And you're setting yourself free of that. Love it. I don't have any more to say on that matter. Let's see. I think this path you're on, where you are, you know, I feel like it's a very, you're gaining a new sense of self-worth. You're realizing you're bigger than a lot of these things around you. You're realizing your full potential, or at least coming closer to realizing your full potential. And I think it's going to change a lot of people in your life. I think they're going to be inspired by your example. They're going to, you might have some jealousy, actually. This voodoo doll could be this girl. But what I see more likely is you're going to help people who are bitter to rise up and see their self-worth. If you are experiencing someone in your life who is bitter and making voodoo dolls out of you and being a butthole, then I think the wisest thing for you to do is to open your arms to them and to kind of kill them with kindness. And really, I feel this energy. I love it so much. I feel this like new energy with you that just a like newfound optimism. I don't know if you were experiencing a lack of optimism before, but I feel like there's like a big release, like finally, or like a I mean, I know there was like impatience, you know, that it's not, some things are not happening fast enough, particularly in the job front, but I feel like a lot of other areas in your life, like angels are with you right now, and because angels are with you right now, I would suggest asking for a lot of things that you really want, planting more seeds, but really being patient about them. But like angels really want to help you and like make you smile. They want all of us to, you know, be happy. They live through us. So, you know, because they're really protecting you, really like guarding you right now, to use that to your advantage, girl, and ask for things that, you know, ask for as many things from them as you can, and they will help in really like unexpected ways. They are amazing. Like you can ask, like the small thing I started doing about a year or two ago was asking for parking spaces. And like parking spaces would present themselves whenever I'd be like, angels, could you please find me a parking spot? Then like 2 seconds later, I would see a parking spot in front of me. So it can be as little, as like simple and little as that. And you can like ask for little things to start like that and build your way up. But those little things, they do make life easier. They save time so that you can get on to the next step. You know, you're not wasting 30 minutes looking for a parking spot. They just present themselves as soon as they can. And yeah, miracles are real and very, they're just interesting. So I encourage you to play with miracles and ask the angels for help as much as you can. Thank you so much, Gemini. I hope that was a great message. I love you so much. I am so thankful for all the subscribers, all the comments, all the likes, all the shares. Especially the comments. I love the comments. I love like connecting with all of you and really tapping into, you know, the higher self. And it's just, it's been a great journey and it's been really helpful for me. And I love giving these messages to you, and I love you very much. I will see you next time. Bye.